Looks like Lupe's been in the sugar again. Not my employees. Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny. I have to tell you about my new organizational system for the coats.
How's the flow tonight?
We're dead tonight, Manny. Everybody's back home for the Day of the Dead, I guess. Except for the casino. The casino's hopping. Why is it that all the people who don't go home are the same people who just love to gamble?
Well, I guess when you've got nothing to go home to, you've got nothing to lose.
Hey, we should put that over the door.
Everything okay back in the land of fur and fedoras?
Everything's in order. It's beautiful. I can't wait for people to come in and try the new system. It's so cool. Want to hear about it?
Okay, tell me all the details about your new coat check system.
Yay! Okay, I found all these plastic tiles in the back, left over from the automat, and guess what? They all have numbers on them. So what I'm doing is, I give one to everyone who checks a code in and... Manny, you're not even listening to me. I go to all this work organizing your coats, and you don't even care.
Lupe.
Forget it. Don't pretend to care.
No, I want to hear.
Hup. Oh, I'll tell someone else about it. Someone who cares.
Please, tell me all about your new coat check system, really.
Don't patronize me, Cal.
Bogan looked mad when he left?
Yeah, what happened?
Hey, we all run out of luck eventually.
Careful, Manny, or you're gonna get us shut down.
Think she'll come in tonight?
Manny, you ask me that every night. What am I supposed to say?
Well, you could be a little more encouraging.
I just hate seeing you get your expectations up every night like that.
I'm not giving up on her.
Hey, I don't want you to give up on Mercedes. Just have more realistic expectations, that's all.
Let's try that again, shall we? Think she'll come in tonight?
Could be, Manny. Just hang in there.
Thank you. It's my fault she's out in the woods alone, you know.
If you say so, Manny.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
Looks like Lupe's been in the sugar again. Meche?
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
Because you said I was no good. I've been all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
This gonna be an annual thing with you, Manny? Every Day of the Dead, you toss your bones into the drink and I fish 'em out?
I don't plan to be around that long, Velasco. As soon as I find out where that ocean liner's going, I'm after it.
Ho ho! That ship's going to Puerto Zapato. That's the other side of the world. Ain't no ships going out that way but the old Limbo here, but...
But nothing. If the Limbo's my only hope, then I'm already on board.
Well, good luck, son. That's all I got to say.
That's Kay Cuter, and Kay was, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s, and he had a big, long, gray beard.
Yeah.
And he was a raging smoker.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
you'd have to break him every 45 minutes,
Oh,
otherwise he'd start getting into a really bad mood. And on one of those sessions, he plays the croupier later on, where he speaks French and English. And it's just, he delivers the numbers. We were behind on time, and so I sort of pushed him to an hour, and all of a sudden, I found myself in an argument with Kay over how to pronounce 20 in French.
Oh.
And so I was like, it's definitely time for a smoke break. On you, get out of here.
That dock master Velasco is one salty old bag of rope.
You should see his wife.
Hey, sailor.
Quit fooling around.
What's going on in that bottle? A tugboat?
This happens to be a perfect scale replica of the SS Lumbago. I'm just having a little trouble getting the walking beam to fit in the neck here.
That's funny, because a lumbago is usually more of a problem in the lower back than the neck.
Yeah,
Nothing. All right, so I'm ready to sail.
On what?
On the Limbo, man. Let's go.
Manny, the Limbo's not a passenger ship. She's small cargo, son. And every hand on board works.
I'll work.
What are your skills?
Sales and restaurant management.
Oh, hey, there is one opening on the Limbo's crew.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the engine room. And your buddy Glottis would be perfect for it, but he'd have to get his own tools.
Okay, if I get Glottis some tools, can we board?
He can, yes. No offense, Manny, but there's just no place for you aboard the Limbo. She's fully manned already. In fact, her whole crew's on board, ready to sail at dawn. Except for that one guy.
Who's the one guy who hasn't boarded yet?
Well, Seaman Naranja's a little late, but he'll be here before they sail.
What job did Naranja have?
He ran the galley.
Aha! Restaurant management.
Yeah, it's similar to what you're doing now, except the fish is fresher on the Limbo.
Where do you think Naranja is?
Probably home selecting recipes for the trip.
What if Naranja doesn't show up? I can fill his spot, right?
Manny, you're not even in the Maritime Union.
I know that, and you know that, but we're two guys who can keep secrets, right?
Glottis is exempt, but the captain will ask for your card. And if you don't have one, they'll serve you to the sharks like chum. And what's worse, I'll get fined. That's a tough union, boy, and I don't mess with them.
So let me get this straight. If I get Glottis some tools,
Then I can get him a job on the Limbo.
and if Seaman Naranja doesn't show up for work,
But he will,
and I get a Maritime Union card,
which you'll never get.
then I can sail on the Limbo in the morning.
Jeez. I guess so.
What kind of tools does Glottis need?
Authentic CB equipment only.
Where do I get authentic CB equipment?
Why don't you ask a CB? Afraid of getting stung?
I'd better go finish packing.
Aye, you do that, son.
Could you go over that part again about why I can't board?
Still no room for you on board. No word from Naranja, but he's done this before.
But I'm first on the waiting list.
As it were, yeah. About that union card, Manny.
I have one. I just left it in my other coat.
Now don't forget that Glottis has got to bring his own tools.
He will. He doesn't go anywhere without a lot of tools.
Good, because neither does the Limbo. Don't just sit around here collecting barnacles.
Right. I'd better go finish packing.
Aye, you do that, son.
That Dock Master Velasco is one salty old bag of rope.
You should see his wife.
That Dock Master The SS Limbo needs a little TLC. Yeah, maybe Velasco wouldn't notice. I never was that good at the high jump. Dang, these short legs. Yeah, it's locked.
I know, I locked it.
It's locked.
I know, I locked it.
It's locked.
I know.
Not picking that up. It's locked.
I know.
It shone pale as bone as I stood there alone, and I thought to myself how the moon that night cast its light on my heart's true delight, and the reef where her body was strewn. Don't have that kind of equipment. Don't have that kind of equipment. I don't want to mess up my blade. Don't have that kind of equipment. Together this time. It shone pale as bone as I stood there alone, and I thought to myself how the moon that night cast its light on my heart's true delight, and the reef where her body was strewn. Together it shone on my and the together this time. Ooh, it's spooky down here. Ooh. Ooh, it's spooky down here.
Definitely should give a huge shout out to Peter Chan, and yeah, I'm still jealous of that guy.
Chan the man.
I know. Just when those packages would come, it would just be like Christmas, and you'd open, yeah, you'd see those, and you just think, oh man, and he's a nice guy too. You know,
the weird
happy
thing about
family.
that was I never experienced like the delivery of the package
Oh.
firsthand, but I still got excited about it.
No, they're beautiful, and he's such a sweetheart. Oh, and I'm sorry, Garv. This is the set that you had to build
This is
twice.
Garov's, right?
Yeah, this is the one.
This was the gift that
And
kept
it's
on
actually
giving.
very beautiful, I might add.
Yes. Well, a second time is.
Yeah, the second time.
But I'm sorry. You were saying that was a real building.
Yeah.
Where was that in Spain?
I think it's in Paris, I think.
Oh.
And I remember seeing a photo of it and being like,
Oh.
wait, Peter.
No, good artist borrow, great artist steal.
This elevator goes up to my club.
think we're going to come up to Garov's set that I destroyed. That I destroyed 2 weeks of Garov's work by trying to learn how to 3D model, and somehow I ended up erasing 2 weeks of his work. Because it was the fish place that you had to redo.
Oh yeah, the elevator.
Yeah, the elevator and that place with the fish.
I remember at the time it was a big debate, like, should we require P100 or P133, like Penny 100, Penny 133? It's like, nope, your target platform is whatever was on sale at CompUSA for $500 last year.
It's like a P70.
Yeah, it's like P60, I think, is what we ended up with as the minimum spec. We ended up going for P90 at the end, but it was one of the things where it's like those kind of constraints where it's like you really could pull it off with all the kinds of machines we had in the company, but the average consumer who we wanted to sell the game to did not have a machine like that. So that's one of the vagaries of the PC market that still persists,
Yeah, and you wouldn't, when you think about Grimm, you wouldn't necessarily think, but there's like all hand-coded assembly rasterizers in here. There's hand-coded assembly blitters in here. Lots of like layout asset management. This was a tricky game to optimize and to get running acceptably on the kind of machines that people were going to be running it on. But it doesn't come off like the same technical challenge as a Jedi Knight or something like that. And it wasn't.
It's different kind of technical challenge, much more kind of interdisciplinary.
It was really getting all this weird stuff happening at the same time.
Gross. How long was that raven sitting there? It's bolted down. Hey, you lazy bees! Get off your abdomens and get to work. Well, looks like a quiet night in old Rubacava. I wonder if Velasco can see me up here. Hey! Velasco! Looks like Velasco's dozed off again. There's nothing new to see in this town. Hey, you lazy bees! Get off your abdomens and get to work.
Hello, Manny.
Hola. I guess Gladys is good at anything that uses keys. Not picking that up.
Manny, the police chief walked through and I tried playing a song for him and he yelled at me.
Oh, don't sweat it, mano. He's just mad because he lost the tables.
Isn't he always supposed to win so he keeps liking us and never raids us?
He wouldn't raid us. It's a holiday. What's that you're playing?
Oh, this is just a little, love song for a special lady.
Sing a little bit of that song, why don't you?
Well, I only have this part. Bone wagon.
I like it. You know, when we leave, I'm actually gonna miss this place.
Aw, Manny, why can't we just stay here? We got our fancy club, we got 3 squares a day. Max lets me take the bone wagon out on his kitty track once a week. Plus, we look good in these clothes.
Gladys, I can't live in this world forever. It's not where I belong. I've gotta find Meche and help her, because if it weren't for me, she'd have been on that train a year ago.
Okay, Manny.
I just had a run-in with Domino and Meche. We're leaving town.
What? What? How?
Domino's got Meche. We're going after them tonight.
What should I do?
Just sit here until I get a boat.
Sit here. Check. Okay.
Well, I'll let you get back to practicing.
I don't need to practice, man. I'm good.
I just had a run-in with Domino and Meche. We're leaving town.
What? What? How?
Domino's got Meche. We're going after them tonight.
What should I do?
Just sit here until I get a boat.
Sit here. Check. Okay.
Sounds good.
I know it.
Later.
Out.
I remember animating Manny sliding down the banister. And I remember Tim kept calling for something. He's got to look cool. And so I did that, and I don't think he was ever really happy with it. So I don't know. Apparently don't know what cool means.
Got to put some Ray-Bans on him.
Yeah. I mean, Manny's a suave guy, but I don't know if suave guys slide down banisters. Maybe I should have done it slower.
Amarillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes. Nothing but the best for my customers. My rich customers. Yes, I better take this with me for safekeeping. Amarillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes. Amarillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes. Well, maybe just a sip. I don't think I could swallow any more metal right now. I don't think I could swallow any more metal right now. Well, maybe just a sip. I don't think I could swallow any more metal right now. My bread and butter. Thrill-seeking rich folk with a poor grasp of statistics and probability.
Manny's music, the Casino Calavera music, that was a big moment for me doing the score because it was done fairly early on, and it kind of it determined a lot of other stuff, just sort of stylistically.
Mm-hmm.
Get that sort of Gene Krupa thing going on in the beginning. And
Gene Krupa.
Yeah, one of the great drummers of all time.
Not while they're losing. I have a bouncer for that, but he's busy playing the piano right now. Not while they're losing.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen,
An honest
please
roulette
place your
croupier is hard
bets.
to find, and guys like this, even harder. Thrill-seeking rich folk with a poor grasp of statistics and probability.
I just want to have a really international flair. I guess because Casablanca was very international. But also I love the game Last Express, the Jordan Mechner game. Last Express, you're on a train. And there's a lot of listening to conversations that are not presented at full volume because you're eavesdropping. You're walking down a hallway and you hear someone talking in a room, but they'll often be very quiet, but also sometimes in another language, like French or German or something. And just the idea of like overhearing a quietly spoken French conversation was so neat in that game that we tried to have people talking in other languages in here, like that. It's like croupier in the gambling room speaking French.
Ladies and gentlemen, and betting is closed.
And guys like this, even harder.
And no more bets,
Not picking
please.
that up. Everything okay down here?
What happened to Monsieur Bogan's lucky streak?
It ran out.
Well, so did he.
Everything okay down here?
What happened to Monsieur Bogan's lucky streak?
It ran out.
Well, so did he.
An honest roulette croupier is hard to find. And guys like this,
Mesdames et
even
messieurs,
harder.
faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît. Ladies
An
and
honest roulette
gentlemen,
croupier is
please
hard to
place your
find.
bets.
And guys like this, even...
Oh wow, I forgot about that mural. That was supposed to be sort of
really good.
Oh well, thank you. I did that. Did you? No, I did, but it was based on like a Gustav Klimt.
Gustav Klimt, yeah.
But then I also did those really bad textures on the roulette wheels.
Oh,
they're fine.
No, but I remember Adam Snitzer actually getting angry at me. He was like, "Don't paint light in the paintings."
Who got angry with you?
Oh, not really angry. I mean,
He probably felt the same way as when Tim said, "Man, he's not cool enough." Just make it cool.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Canadian.
betting is closed. No more bets,
What's that
please.
about?
That's now so not cool.
I could probably do it and toss him pretty far, too. Chow Chilla Charlie in his regular booth.
Le numéro gagnant, le 15, noir, impérément.
Mind if I sit down, Charlie?
Of course not, Manny. I mean, it is your club, right?
Chowchilla Charlie.
Oh, yes.
That name comes from an actual person I know who was from Chowchilla, which no one remembers anymore, but when I was a kid, an entire school bus full of children was kidnapped in the town Chowchilla. Do you remember that? In
No.
California.
Wow.
A school bus full of kids was kidnapped, and the people demanded ransom. And it was crazy to think about. It was on the news. It was
Jeez.
Chowchilla. Everyone was talking about this kids, and eventually they were found and rescued, and I don't believe they were hurt.
Mhm.
So I can talk about that story now. And
Yeah.
all the kids went home. But and then years later, I just a friend of ours was dating this guy named Charlie, and he was from Chowchilla, and I was like, "Oh wow, were you on the bus?" He was like, "No, I was sick that day. I was sick. I didn't go to school that day, and so I didn't get kidnapped."
Wow.
And we always referred to him as Chowchilla Charlie.
Wow.
And he's now in the game as Chowchilla Charlie, even though his personality is not as sleazy as this character. He was a fine, outstanding, although very lucky guy.
Yeah.
But this is our Peter Lorre character.
That's a nice suit. Where'd you steal it?
Manny, if you learn to play the odds like Chowchilla Charlie, then maybe you too can have a suit this fine someday.
Why aren't you over at the roulette tables?
The roulette is for lonely widows and Frenchmen. Why don't you get some slot machines, Manny? Everybody, old women, little children, they all love slot machines. And I have a system, an infallible system for beating them.
All my friends are lonely widows and Frenchmen.
Except me, Manny. I'm here to keep you sane.
What are you doing in my club, Charlie? Didn't I tell you not to come back until you can pay your bar tab?
Oh, or they kicked me out of that cat track for printing fake betting stubs. So now I have to come here, Manny, which I love, which I love.
I think slot machines attract an undesirable element.
Oh, well, we're all undesirable, Manny.
Yeah, but your credit's no good to boot. Tell me your system, Charlie.
I can't tell you my secrets. Just this. You have to become one with the bandit, Manny. You have to get inside the machine and make it want to pay.
On second thought, stay away from my roulette tables. How did you print fake betting stubs?
With this. Isn't she beautiful? The last time I was incarcerated, I shared a cell with the most dishonest con man I ever met. He was strictly small time, and I managed to steal this from him quite easily.
Thanks. You never know when this may come in handy.
Hey, give that back to me, Manny.
Maybe once you settle your bar tab, eh, Charlie?
Oh, Manny.
What else can you counterfeit?
Nothing. Anything.
So can you make passports?
Manny, you still think like a living man in so many ways. No soul needs a passport. We are all citizens of the same nation, and our king rides a pale horse.
So no passports?
No, that little hologram is so tricky, you know?
How about driver's licenses?
Sure. Just, give me a recent picture, $50 in, about 2 weeks, okay?
Can you make reasonable union cards?
Manny, are you going to start moonlighting? Or are you just looking to hang out with the sailors?
Can you do it or not?
I have a deal for you. If you can retrieve my money from Maximino, I can make you president of that crooked union.
I don't need to be president. And why does Max have your money?
I put a whole suitcase of it up for collateral on a rather large wager last month. The race was fixed, Manny. They stole my money like common thieves. Here, take this VIP pass and use it to get into the High Rollers Lounge. They won't let me in there anymore. There should be a safe somewhere in the wine cellar, and my suitcase should be in it.
And you can get me a card tonight.
If you make it back, Manny, the card will be on the table.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets. Mesdames et messieurs, rien à
Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint. I'm keeping this little gold mine to myself. It's the VIP pass for the High Rollers Lounge that Chowchilla Charlie gave me. Ooh, better not show that to Glottis. I don't think it's good for much except getting into the High Rollers Lounge. I don't really want to do that.
Where's my suitcase?
Where are your manners?
You said you'd get my money from Maximino's safe.
Don't worry, Chuck. You'll get what's coming to you. What else can you counterfeit?
Nothing. Anything.
When I think of something I need, I'll come back.
I'm not a wishing well, Manny.
Well, I've got a club to run, so...
And the burglary to commit, don't forget.
I guess Glottis is good at anything that uses keys. Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint. Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint. Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint. Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint. Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint. Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint. It's a betting stub for, let's see, Tuesday, week 4, race 15. It's a betting stub for, let's see, Tuesday, week 4, race 15. I don't think it's good for much except getting into the High Rollers Lounge. Check out this fancy pass to the High Rollers Lounge. Can you believe how full of themselves they are over there? I don't think their place is any more VIP than ours, do you?
I don't know. I try to stay away from that place.
Really? Why?
'Cause of my problem.
Gladys? Compadre? I can't believe I kept him from putting headers on that thing for so long. I can't believe I kept him. Ooh, Meche.
Whoo, yeah!
Meche.
Whoo, yeah!
I'm not in that union. I'm not in that union. Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
Not picking that up. Late night at the morgue, isn't it, Membrillo?
You know I can't sleep with John Doe's on the slab, Manny. If I don't ID these rose gardens tonight, I won't be ready for the 2 that come in tomorrow. And before you know it, I'm up to my ass in azaleas.
It's empty.
Only until I finish up here.
Hey, should I close this?
No. I'm trying to air it out.
Not picking that up.
Oh, Membrillo. My brother actually makes Membrillo, which is a quince jelly that you eat with cheese. Membrillo means quince.
It sure doesn't sound like it.
Membrillo.
Oh, Membrillo, that's different.
Yeah. What'd you think I said?
I think Membrillo could really use a nice tropical vacation. I think Membrillo could really use a nice tropical vacation.
How was the lighting handled on the characters in each environment? Does anybody remember that?
I think, however, we were able to set up a couple of lights. I think that was it. I mean, wasn't there some information that you guys would take the set? Because didn't we have to save a copy of our sets with, like, you know, the key light and the fill, or just I thought we would save a version of the very simple. That's possible, yeah, as a like a starting place. But I mean, it was all very kind of rudimentary.
And you had to be really strategic with, you know, what is the best use of a minimal amount of lights to accommodate the character in the entire scene that he's got to be in.
Yeah, there was no, I mean, for all this stuff, there was no roadmap or procedure for, like, oh, this is how you do 3D forests or light character. I mean, we'd had to make everything up and solve every problem to get everything to happen pretty much in this
So there's a lot of just on the fly, different people figuring stuff out per scene, how to make something work. And as a result, some things work better than others.
I think Membrillo could really use a nice tropical vacation. I don't think picking flowers is really appropriate right now. Any leads?
I know it's a poor coroner who blames his tools, Manny. But how am I supposed to turn up anything with the equipment they give me?
Hey, I had a government job for years, man. I know how you feel. I'd hate to end up like this.
Then take my advice. Buy an ID bracelet and wear it always.
Wouldn't match my cufflinks. I don't think picking flowers is really appropriate right now. Digging through flower beds is Membrillo's job, not mine. Digging through flower beds is Membrillo's job, not mine. I don't think picking flowers is really appropriate right now. I'd hate to end up like this.
Then take my advice. Buy an ID bracelet and wear it always.
Wouldn't match my cufflinks. I think Membrillo could really use a nice tropical vacation. Not picking that up. Digging through flower beds is Membrillo's job, not mine. What a sad story. These stews sprouted and no one came down to claim them?
Death makes sad stories of us all.
How's business?
Booming, unfortunately. More crime every day. And more sproutings like these. Something's happening back in El Morro, I think. And its dark hand is finally reaching us here in Rubacava.
Membrillo, why do you stay in town? Why don't you head off toward the Ninth Underworld?
Manny, you can only search for something for so many years before you stop believing in it altogether.
You don't believe in the Ninth Underworld?
Why do you think we're all here in Rubacava?
Because you're waiting to earn off your time or you can't afford passage or...
Manny, we've given up. All of us. When you've been here long enough, you will too.
What exactly are you looking for?
I'm digging for a treasure that part of me does not wish to find. For when I uncover that sad doubloon that tells me who this poor soul is, my reward is not riches, but the chance to make a phone call and break somebody's heart. Of course, with this equipment, the search could go on for some time.
Do you ever worry that your job is getting to you, Membrillo?
Well, forensic botany is a trying job, Manny. But have you ever spent much time here with a florist? In life, they became florists because they love flowers. But here, a flower is a symbol of pain, of death within death. Their conflicted feelings build and build, and eventually, they become quite mad.
Thanks for the tip. I guess I'll send balloon bouquets from now on. Can I help?
Sure. Grab hold of this leaf right here. Manny?
I can't do it.
I know. I was just testing.
How do you do this job?
Without becoming jaded, you mean? My secret to happiness, Manuel, is that I have the heart of a 12-year-old boy. I keep it over here in a jar. Would you like to see it?
No.
Sorry. Old coroner joke.
Well, don't let me bother you.
Always nice to have visitors.
Well, don't let me bother you.
Always nice to have visitors.
Not picking that up. I think Membrillo could really use a nice tropical vacation. We ward off offered for cargo stolen from shipyard receiving area, including a large suitcase bearing the initials HL.
Remember one time showing Pete something, he said, well, I don't like it, but I don't know why. And which is the most helpful criticism that you can ever get, because you don't know how to fix the thing. But I'm being facetious.
Reward offered for cargo stolen from shipyard receiving area, including a large suitcase bearing the initials HL. Reward offered, I think I can remember that. I think I can remember. What a horrible jail cell. What a horrible jail cell. Then again, it sure taught Glottis a lesson that time. What a horrible jail cell. Then again, it sure taught Glottis a lesson that time. Only Police Chief Bogan knows how to get in there. Not picking that up. I could be a statue of a famous Olympic gymnast, I guess.
I don't know why there's so much union jokery in games that I've worked on, but I've always found it, maybe because it was a big part of like movies that air like on the waterfront, you know, and not so much unions, but mobster corrupt unions.
Right.
There's always a big part of that, you know, going on, and then also like worker, anti-worker, communist themes going on. Like it was all tied together. And I don't know if that all sprung out of On the Waterfront or other movies.
Well, On the Waterfront though was kind of, I mean, it was sort of championing the plight of the working man, but it also was talking about the dark side of the union thing for sure.
But it was a corrupt union. It was a mob-run deal.
That's true.
Maybe it's supposed to be an angel on a subway train. Could just be a guy in a cab doing magic tricks. Maybe he's supposed to be playing tambourines? Let's just say it has something to do with justice. Let's just say it has something to do with justice. Not picking that up. Let's just say it has something to do with justice. Hey, the new blimp is already in full operation. Let's just hope they fill it with something non-flammable this time. Not picking that up. It only goes to the land of the living, and there's nothing for me there. Hey, the new blimp is already in full operation. Hey, the new blimp is already in full operation. Let's just hope they fill it with something non-flammable this time.
I'm a strong believer in things that should be, when you're making stuff, it should be something that could only been made by you or in that group of people, and at the time you made it in the place you made it.
Yes.
You know? I think Grimm is definitely that case. Like that's one of the great things about Grimm. I think it's a collection of amazing artists like you and the visual artists and the programmers and the actors and everything that came together for that game was just such a was almost an overwhelming distraction of amazing artists coming together. Like oh my God, look at that background. Oh my God, listen to this music. Oh my God, listen to that voice. So I think it makes that game really special. But it also has a lot of personal details that are just kind of woven into it that makes it so like even if we were making this game from scratch with the same intentions today, it would just be completely different.
Hey, the new blimp is already in full operation.
Speaking of database, I mean, that was really how we accomplished so much, right? Is from an organizational standpoint of the music, of the sound effects, and of the voice. And I remember, especially for voice, how critical it was. And what we in the sound department would do is inherit and share the use of the database with the voice department. And you could do a search and isolate all the lines for, say, Manny, or isolate all the lines that needed to have reverb baked into them or another type of processing. And then you would just divide and conquer and just master everything in groups and bring it all together, have a single reference for volume, and use the database to keep organized and isolate different found sets of different criteria.
Tuesday is Kitty Hat Day.
Hey! Looks like a great night for cat races.
You had cats racing. We were always so sad that we never showed the cat races, but that was for budget reasons. Obviously, we didn't want to. We cut the actual cats, but I wanted to have giant cats running on a track like that.
And the idea of a cat's racing being herdable enough to race is pretty. Why cats?
Why cats? There was a. God, I don't remember. Why cats? That's a good idea.
I mean, I just remember making the music going at some point because you're near the kitty litter.
Looks like a great night for cat races. Not picking that up. Things do look bad, but this jump wouldn't do the trick, unfortunately. Looks like a great night for cat races. Nobody there. Not picking that up. Hello?
For your own safety.
Oh, hi! Betting stub, please.
What?
I need the betting stub for the race you're interested in.
Interested in how?
Interested in the photo finish file for, of course.
Here you go.
Hey, this looks different than our usual ticket.
Well, that's because it's from last season.
All right, just a second. There you are.
It's just a bunch of cats.
Yeah, but look how fast they're running.
Ah.
Sorry, sir. I'm sure you'll be a winner next time.
Please keep off the track.
Hello?
Oh, hi! Betting stub, please.
Oh, I don't have a betting stub.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Not picking that up. Nobody there.
You know, there's all these background scripts that do things as you enter a room. It's like start all these scripts when you enter the room, like that do all these background actions. Then when you leave the room, it's supposed to stop all those scripts. And it was all, left to chance because left to programmer error. And there was one. So we were talking about this earlier. There's a script that runs the cat races, and it runs the announcer for the cat races. And it actually, true to Tim's attention to detail, he wanted it to actually simulate cat races. And
there
actually,
are actual cat races going on.
There are cats that are being raced, and the same name will show up, and you'll hear this cat getting ahead of the other one. I think Chris Purvis did that.
Yeah, and the odds are real. The winnings are real. It is.
Yeah, Manny's wallet fills up. The cat races are running, and so it's in the background. The announcer's running, and it's the simulation of these cat races being run. And they never killed that script. So you play the rest of the game from the cat scene, and the cat race simulator script is always running.
Yes, from the moment the cat races start to the end credits of the game, the cat race simulation is going on in the background.
There are still kitties racing today.
Yes.
Gaining on the outside.
Nobody there. Not picking that up. Anybody there?
Look, I told you, we don't have any kitty hats today.
What?
You have to wait until Tuesday. That's kitty hat day.
I don't want a kitty hat.
Fine with me. What's your bet then?
I don't gamble. It's a conflict of interest for me.
Then why did you call me down here?
For the friendly conversation.
Old Maid's Madness. Getting the hour. Coming around the back.
How big were those when you drew them? Like the posters and the murals and stuff.
We could actually work rather big.
Did you have Photoshop back then?
We had Photoshop, but I don't know if we had layers back then. Or
we had layers.
I think we did. Oh yeah, we had layers, but maybe
Paul
only.
just didn't know what they were.
No, but I think too. You only had one undo or maybe two undos.
Oh wow.
That's the high rolling elevator to the high rollers lounge.
That's the sugar Papa likes! Yeah! What's that?
Who needs a giant 24-karat gold cat? Who needs a cat, period?
Is that cat actually modeled, or is that a painting?
No, that's a modeled cat.
The lighting is so soft. It's.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have even. Oh, please, did I do that? Did I model that cat? I might have modeled that cat.
It's a cool looking cat, just the lighting.
Thank you.
He's
Couldn't-
one sexy cat.
I think they'd notice me walking out of here with that. Good kitty.
Almost there!
Rubikava is named after a girl I knew in the 4th grade. Her last name was Rubikava. That's a fun fact for you.
Wow.
She's married now. Doesn't use it anymore, so I get to use it.
You're keeping it alive.
You know, I'm getting the feeling Max ain't much of a dog guy.
You know me better than I thought.
Hello, Maximino.
Why, if it ain't Manny Calavera, come to see how the big boys play, eh, Manny?
From what I can tell, they play with kitties.
Kitties, roulette tables, what's the difference? They go round and round all day, and they're both more reliable when they're fixed. Am I right?
How's the old cat race, Max?
Well, volume's pretty low. Most everybody's out of town.
Tell me about it.
But I've got some side businesses that help smooth over the rough spots.
You know, you got a pretty nice setup here.
You got a good little club yourself, Manny. Not as nice as my girlfriend's, of course.
Did you say your girlfriend?
Hey, Manny, don't pretend you don't hear the gossip. It's not a secret anymore. Olivia and I are officially an item.
What kind of side businesses?
Manny, let's just say our El Mato associates appreciate our out-of-town perspective.
Look, you gotta cut Glottis off. He has a problem.
As long as he's got credit, then he's got no problem.
Credit? How did Glottis get credit?
He's part owner of your club, ain't he?
Half owner, actually.
Well, he put the joint up as collateral. So as long as you're in business, he's in business.
Very impressive trophy collection.
Paws of fire. Every one of my babies.
If I know Max, these will be wired to an alarm.
You know me better than I thought.
If I know Max, these will be wired to an alarm.
You know me better than I thought.
You know, I'm getting the feeling Max ain't much of a dog guy. If I know Max, these will be wired to an alarm.
You know me better than I thought.
If I know Max, these will be wired to an alarm.
You know me better than I thought.
Maximino, king of kittens. Not picking that up. I like the new blimp.
Yeah, I decided not to let what happened to the Olivia 1 get me down. Imagine, you try to impress your girlfriend by building her a beautiful airship, and what happens? It goes and crashes, explodes and burns on your own track. And kills her favorite cat, too. Not the kind of thing that makes the young girl's hearts go aflutter. I'll tell you that, toys.
Your new waiter's got quite an attitude, even for a snooty waiter type.
Hey, Manny, when you put labels like that on people, it's like you stick people in these little boxes and never let them out.
We're all in little boxes back home, Max. 6 feet under.
Now you're talking like the town coroner, Manny. Cut it out.
I'm leaving town tonight.
That's great, Manuel. No one needs a vacation more than you. Get out of town. Forget about that Meche woman.
I'm here for Charlie's money. No, seriously. He says you have a lot of it.
Oh, I got a lot of it, but none of it's his.
Ooh. Well, I'll let you get back to staring out the window.
Just can't get enough of my cats.
I don't want to interrupt this cat watching. Maximino, king of kittens. Maximino, king of kittens. That's the door back to the lounge.
Almost there! Puss, 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 puss. Get that mouse! Open it up on the straightaways, kitty! You got it! Come on!
That's the high rolling elevator to the high rollers lounge.
Pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. Pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad.
Wait, why did Cataglotics leave the piano playing thing and come down here? Oh, you got him the pass. You gave him a pass.
Right.
So
And now he's a high roller.
And he's an alcoholic and a gambler because of you.
Right.
But it's all for a good cause, adventure game playing.
Oh, if I had only known. Not picking that up.
This is it!
I had no idea you liked gambling so much, Glottis.
Well, the doctors made me promise I wouldn't do it anymore. But they can't get in the high rollers lounge, now can they? Get up, you stupid cat!
Coming home soon?
I'm visualizing. Go!
Coming home soon?
What did you say, little kitty? Don't talk, kitty cat. Just run, baby!
Coming home soon?
What did you say, little kitty? Don't talk, kitty cat. Just run, baby! Almost
Oh,
there!
if I had only known. Oh, if I had only known. Race results. Race results. Not picking that up. I don't have the remote, and I don't think they get any other channels anyway. Race results.
You got it! Run!
Looks like more of that cat meat or whatever that is. Looks like more. I don't need any. Looks like more of that. Looks like the pantry. Not picking that up. Looks like the pantry.
Oh, but monsieur, je suis très désolé. There are no guests allowed in the kitchen. I must ask you to leave.
In a minute, Leroy.
Raoul. Hello? Hello out there? Could somebody please open the door? I seem to have locked myself in this teeny tiny room. I am actually very claustrophobic, so if somebody, s'il vous plaît, oh, let me out of here immediately! Oh.
Come on! Hey, I'm thirsty. Where's that waiter? That does it. Fruity, but voluminous.
Well, if I could crawl in through that spout, I could hide in there. Not picking that up. Nothing. Well, if I could crawl in through that spout, I could hide in there. Nah, if I let that waiter out now, he'd have me 8-balled from the club. I don't hear. Looks like a turkey baster. Looks like a turkey baster. Looks like a turkey baster. That must be the elevator to the vault.
Hey! I'm trying to get some sleep over here.
Going down?
Probably later.
Sorry about my friend. I'll get him out of here if you want.
Who, Glottis? Nah, he's all right. He's just got to pace himself. I can barely get any sleep between changing casks for him.
Hey, let's beat up that waiter.
Not a bad idea. But he's new. Give him a break.
Sorry, don't mind me. Just passing through.
To where?
The elevator.
Doubt it.
Can't I go down to the cellar?
It's a wine cellar. Wine goes down there.
Maybe you could take me down now.
Oh, yeah. I could take you down, but I can't eat customers anymore.
No, down in the elevator. I want to go down in the elevator.
That's true. They wouldn't see me hit you in there, but I still get in trouble.
Why can't you hit customers anymore?
Exactly. It makes no sense.
Just open the elevator door.
Then they really see us fighting.
I don't want to fight. I just want to use the elevator.
Chicken.
How about a bribe?
Look at me. What can you give to a guy who has everything?
Okay. Nighty-night. Wake up, is it?
Hey! I'm trying to get some sleep over here.
Okay. Nighty-night. I don't hear repair in there anymore. This cask is sealed on the top, too. There's no opening up here. I don't need the hernia. This cask is sealed on the top, too. I don't really want to do that. Looks like a turkey baster. There's no opening up here. Well, if I could crawl in through that spout, I could hide in there. Well, if I... Not picking... Nothing. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do that.
Open it up on the straightaways, Giddy! Come on! Run!
Oh, if I had only known.
You got it!
Coming home soon?
What did you say, little kitty? Don't talk, kitty cat. Just run, baby! Punch it, footy!
I don't really want to do that. I'm keeping this little gold mine to myself. Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint.
Let's go! Oh, for crying
I don't really want to do that.
Yeah! Go, go, go! You got it!
It's strange, the characters in this game don't like to go into crowded areas, almost as if it's too hard to render them.
These stairs lead outside. Ugh, I'm not sure what I hate more, crowds or cats, but I'm definitely not going near either one today. Ugh. The stables are down here. Wow, somebody really liked this cat. I don't need one of those. They don't have much use when they're alive, and stuff, they don't have much more. Fuchi, that smell es peor que la muerte. This cat litter really needs changing. See, this is why I don't have a pet. It's wet foods for winners. Wet foods for winners. See, this is why I don't have a pet. It says revolutionary design leaves can edges safe and smooth for kitty. It says revolutionary design leaves can edges safe and smooth for kitty. Great. Now it smells like a giant cat litter box and some sort of gelatinous demon mystery meat product in here. It's already open. Wet foods for winners. Smells good. But I'd rather eat my own arm. I don't need the hernia. Wet foods for winners. See, this is why I don't have a pet. Tempting as it is, I just can't bring myself to jump in the giant unclean kitty litter. That's the hallway. Wow, somebody really liked this cat. Beloved Sandspoof, this regal and majestic feline was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubalcaba for many years, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short on the second week of the racing season, when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit, Sandspoof was in the lead. Beloved Sandspoof, this regal and majestic feline was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubalcaba for many years, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified was it. It's a betting stub for, let's see, Thursday. Week 1, race 2. It's a betting stub for, let's see, Monday, week 2, race 1. Beloved this regal and majestic feline was until her career was suddenly and tragically cut when the airship Olivia 1, on its many bereaved, was it. That's the folding bridge that connects this pier to the base of the cat track. That's the folding bridge that connects this pier to the... That's where Velasco lets us store the bone wagon. Not picking that up. I've tried. Only Gladys can get these doors open. There it is. Max's giant cat racetrack. How's a regular guy with 3 roulette tables supposed to compete with that?
to some extent, Grim Fandango is a bit of a mutt. It's got pieces of Jedi Knight, it's got pieces of Scum, it's got pieces of Outlaws, it's got pieces of, it's got IMUS coming in, and it's got the Lua language. So it was a game kind of made on a shoot, for all the technical challenges in it. A lot of pieces were sort of pre-existing, and kind of it was a matter of maybe a new era of game development where you don't write everything from scratch, but you kind of put it together in the best possible way.
Well, and one of the kind of the side effects of that was, since we had pretty robust solutions to video playback and rendering and art pipes in front of us, it really, a lot of the effort, aside from just making everything, all the blocking and tackling working, was spent on how to making games like this convenient and producible and artist friendly. And you had built some tools that were really unlike the things that appeared in RenderDroid or Smush or some of the technologies it was built on. So it's a bit of a mutt in that we borrowed a bunch of really great technology, but there's also a lot of really innovative stuff.
This is where Toro Santos practices his cruel yet beautiful art.
The one thing for a sound designer or for a composer, when the story is great and the writing is great and the pacing is great, whether it's a film or a game, you can't help but weigh in a successful way yourself, because there's this flow already and you're just participating with it and enhancing it. One of the jobs of a composer, especially in a game like this, a lot of time passes and you need to both entertain the listener and provide musical interest, but it has to also last for a very long time without being tiresome. And I think Pete did a great job at striking a balance between a great deal of musical interest, but also kind of hanging back and taking its time and letting the story unfold, letting the player concentrate on the game.
Oh, that reminds me. I forgot about my date with Inez. Not picking that up. Hello, operator? Yeah, it's me, baby. How'd you know? Hey, don't say that, sweetheart. You know I meant to stop by and... I think I'll stay off the phone for a while, just until Inez calms down. Strong stuff. That ought to kill the pain.
Should, but it don't. I killed the pain, turn off my drill, stop working. How about that? No. I can take it. Bring it on, Pops. I'll pop you, sailor boy.
I love how all the characters have very distinct voices that match their personality and their look. Like, how much would Tim give you direction, and how much was your direction influencing?
Well, like, ideally, when you go through the process, you have character pictures along with the audition copy, and we would send that out to the various agencies, and the auditions would come back, and the process kind of does that for you, because you're listening to the auditions and you're looking at the picture, and you narrow it down to a handful of candidates, and then sort of we'd sit down with Tim and just go through them, and that's sometimes there's only one choice, you just know it.
Right. It's just so great.
Yeah.
All of them.
What you do is you cast for the major characters, and then you use that same talent pool with a lot of the smaller characters. Right. And so that's why Kay is, he was cast for Velasco, but then the croupier just was one of those that's like, okay, well, that fits, he works.
So you let the actors pretty much kind of come up with their character as well when they look at the picture?
Yeah. Definitely. Like, for those secondary characters, they're totally undefined when you're in the studio, and so you just kind of sit there, look at the picture, look at the lines, talk about it, just set a dialogue voice in, and then go.
I just create. I love it. It's just creative everywhere, like through the whole thing. Like not just with us, but even with the actors and
Right.
stuff like that. And you really are like watching a movie.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
And you really want that relationship between sort of the voiceover director and the actor to be collaborative and allow them the freedom to bring stuff to the table and try things, and it just adds a lot.
Looks like it hurts. Looks like it hurts. Oh no, no more picking up sailors for me.
And so that guy, Toto Santos, which is the name of All Souls Day, that was one important casting thing that meant so much at the time. And I love The Usual Suspects.
Yes.
And there's a burn victim in the very beginning of the game, a guy who was burned on the ship.
Right.
And he's in the bed, and he's the first guy who says, "Guys are so safe."
Okay, right.
Is this Hungarian or Polish?
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
And we got that actor to do Toto Santos' voice, because I was like, I want him to sound like that guy from Usual Suspects. And so if you listen to him,
That's awesome.
It's like, I wanted to have him say, "Guys are so safe."
It's Toto Santos, Rubalcava's friendly scrimshaw artist. Not picking that up.
Hola, Toto. ¿Cómo estás? Not now, Manny. I'm in the middle of something with Naranja here.
Looks like it hurts. Looks like it hurts. Looks like it hurts. Looks like it hurts. It's a little cabinet. It's empty.
Yeah, I got to remember to get more liquid nitrogen from morgue.
Liquid nitrogen?
Freeze the bones, less painful that way.
Hey, that sounds good. I could go for that.
You got plenty of painkiller in that bottle of yours, so shut up and hold still.
It's attached pretty well. It's empty. Looks like it hurts. A lot of stains for a guy with no bodily fluids. I really doubt I'll be touching that anytime soon. I really doubt I'll be touching that. Lot of stains. That's one old fridge. Not picking that up. Looks like a lettuce crisper. Smells more like a fungus crisper to me. It's empty. Not picking that up. Nothing in there but stains.
Hey, shut door. You slowed down my grinder. Very painful. Very painful, eh, Naranja? Like torture.
Strong stuff. That ought to kill the pain.
Whoop!
I need that.
You need to hold still, or I need to strap you down. Whoop!
I need that.
You need to hold still, or I need to strap you down.
There's stronger stuff than that in there already. There's stronger stuff than that in there already. I could siphon out some booze, but the baster wouldn't fit down the neck of the bottle. And anyway, I've got plenty of hooch back at my place. I don't really want to do that. That's one old fridge. Looks like a lettuce crisper. Smells more like a fungus crisper to me.
Shut the damn door. You will want a snack. Go get mother.
It's the ladder I came in on. This is where Toto Santos practices his cruel yet beautiful art. This gate only leads up to the Lambada dock, and the Lambada's gone. I've got the lumps to prove it. This gate only... It's locked, but there's nothing up there anyway. This gate only leads up to the Lambada dock, and the Lambada's gone. I've got the lumps to prove it. That's the folding bridge that connects this pier to the base of the cat track. Anybody there?
I told you.
Here.
Oh, another Chowchilla Charlie original. Give me one good reason not to throw you out of here.
Because I'll tell Max to fire you. I'm keeping this little gold mine to myself. It's a betting stub for, let's see, Monday, week 32, race 2. Wow, somebody really liked this cat. Beloved Sandspoof, this regal and majestic feline, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short when the airship Olivia 1, many bereaved, was in. It's a betting stub for, let's see, Monday, week 32, race 2. Hello?
Oh, hi. Betting stub, please.
Here you go.
All right, just a second. There you are.
Cats again?
Sorry, sir. I'm sure you'll be a winner next time.
Baby! You got it!
Nah, if I let that waiter out now, he'd have me 8-balled from the club. I think I could fit in there. I don't need the hernia.
Well, somebody's sleeping on the job. Ah, it's empty. Reuben! Where are you? Aha!
Oh, mon Dieu!
Taking a little nap, vous, eh? Well, le keg is empty, so tout de suite, Buster.
Yes, monsieur. Merci, anything you say. Eto, more wine. Oh, I'm going to fire him for ignoring my pleas, and then I believe I shall quit. Oh, I can never look at that pantry again. No man should ever be locked up in such a small, dark place.
So this is one of the parts of the game where a huge amount was cut out. There was supposed to be a gigantic action sequence like there was in all of, I think we cut it with giant action sequence out of every year, but there's a gigantic action sequence where there's an animal called the Dillipede that guarded the bottom of the elevator. It was a giant armadillo, and the Dillipede was there to kind of snap at Manny as he came down. And there's this whole sequence where you had to kind of, you had the Dillipede hanging by some elevator cable, and he was snapping at you, and you had to swing on him or something like that. And it's just the idea of a giant vicious armadillo still sticks with me. But it was one of those things where it's like, you look at the context of the game, and it's an adventure game, and the budget's short, and we're already going to be a huge game. What purpose is it serving the game? So we had to cut a lot of stuff out like that just was really cool and fun to design, but ultimately not critical to the game, and was going to be really expensive.
I bet that thing's really easy to control if you're a big demon. Just one button on the controls. Maybe if I had a forklift. Another one, I mean. Control lever. Just one button on the controls. I bet that thing's really easy to control if you're a big demon.
This is our first 3D game, and it's funny to see how many puzzles are about the physical properties of things, as opposed to in a 2D adventure game, you would never make something based on the shape of something or leverage. Like that whole puzzle was very physical. Like you had to move these two objects and stop them from sliding past each other, and the forklift jacked up on its back wheels. And I think we were just so excited to be in a world of physical stuff, or maybe because we were in a world of physical stuff, we had to actually make it physically realistic.
Can't get through this door. Looks like the pantry.
Here we're being very insensitive to claustrophobics and French people. Probably would never do it today. But
well, the Twitter. Just think of the Twitter response
Don't
from the
bring that up.
claustrophobic French people, right?
Looks like more of that cat meat or whatever that is. I don't need any cat meat. I don't need any. Looks like more of that. I don't need any cat meat. I don't need any cat meat. Looks like more of that cat meat or whatever. I don't need any cat meat. I don't need any cat meat. Looks like more of that cat meat or whatever that is. I can't get through this door. Here. Not here. That's not how you use one of just one button. I can't get through this door. That's the door back to the lounge.
Come on! Baby needs a new pair of glasses. Meow, baby! You can do it! Puss, 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 puss! Yeah! That's the sugar Papa likes! Meow, baby! That's the sugar bomb!
Well, Manny Calavera, you never come up here to see me anymore.
Well, I thought you could use the company with everybody gone for the Day of the Dead.
In that case, Manny, why don't you stick around until 6? That's when I get off.
It's a metal detector.
Oh, that explains why it never gets my hair dry.
Can I try out your metal detector?
What's your sudden interest in metal detectors, Manny?
I just want to borrow it for a secret project.
Well, I'll show it to you when I'm on break. How's that?
What's the shuttle waiting for?
They're just cleaning it, but they're very thorough. We run a tight ship here, you know.
This is Pamela Siegel, who plays Bobby on King of the Hill. She's quite a character. She's a minivan with flames on the side and a skull on the front where it replaces. I don't know what brand it is, but let's say it's Chrysler or somebody. And so instead of the Chrysler logo, there's a skull and crossbones. She's pretty funny.
Did she just do this as one big long?
Yeah, all one take, so she could build and build.
Yeah, yeah.
And, let it sort of ebb and flow.
And obviously Pete's quotation of home, there's no place like home, is something we all admired in Carl Stalling, who did a lot of the composition for the Merry Melodies, Looney Tunes cartoons. And anytime, as you may know, that a chicken comes on screen or something, he'll play Turkey in the Straw or various public domain songs that were relevant to the subject of the moment. So she was reminiscing about home, and Pete strikes up.
That's really cool.
There's no place like home.
Busy night?
Hardly. Everybody's gone home for the holiday already. This place is dead, and I'm bored, Manny. Bored.
Why don't you come by the club anymore?
Well, to tell you the truth, Manny, it's your little coat check girl. All that bubbly energy, I just want to strangle her.
I've tried that. It doesn't stop her. When's your break?
Dawn.
Oh, that's too late. I'm shipping out tonight.
Yeah, right. I've fallen for that line too many times.
I think it's time for your break. We could slip in the back for a little drink. You can tell me all about your job, the danger, the metal detectors.
That back room's all business, Manny, and so am I.
What kind of business goes on back there, Carla?
Strip searches. And you don't qualify.
Why don't I qualify for a strip search?
Manny, I agree it would help pass the time, but we have procedures and rules here, and you never know when they're watching. I can only strip search people when a regular search turns up nothing.
Hey, it's worth a try.
Ooh, I love this part. Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk. Oh, you're clean. Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
It's a metal detector.
Oh, that explains why it never gets my hair dry.
Are you sure I can't just...
Don't touch.
Her character's a little bit inspired by, I think it's Big Sleep too, where Bogart is hiding from someone. He needs to hide in a bookstore.
Right.
And he goes in there, and there's a woman in there, and she's really into him.
Tippa Ben-Hur 1863 edition, the one with the errata on page 47 or something.
Wow, that is a memory. Yeah.
Well.
And it's just really, he looks at her, and he's like, she seems like she's really attracted to him, if I remember correctly. And he like takes off her glasses and is like, yeah, okay. Like it was really kind of messed up scene. But
well, it's that that was the subtext of the noir film.
And then he pulls the shades.
Hanky-panky.
Yeah, the hanky-panky. Yeah, and they lock the door and pull down the shades. And that's a little bit what this scene is all a reference to or inspired by.
Because she's telling him her story.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, if you will... Oh, you're clean. Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
Ah, Carla. So, is it time for your break yet?
I told you not till dawn. Kind of romantic, though, don't you think?
So, is it time for your break yet?
I told you not till dawn. Kind of romantic, though, don't you think?
When did you put in a floor safe?
That's our new contained detonation chamber in case someone tries to come through here with a bomb.
Since when does Rubacaba have a terrorism problem?
This town's changing, Manny. It's getting tougher every day.
Not portable. It's locked. Ah, Carla. These lockers have a note on them. Employees, I don't care who's doing it, but please stop using the contained detonation chamber to crack open walnuts. Thank you. Not picking that up. They're locked. These lockers have a note on them. Employees, stop. They're locked.
They're lockers!
These lockers have stop you. Nice view of the giant cat litter. Nice view of the giant cat litter. Not picking that up. Things do look bad, but this chump wouldn't do the trick, unfortunately. Nice view of these lockers have a note on them. Stop. It's a metal detector.
Oh, that explains why it never gets my hair dry.
It's a metal detector.
Oh, that explains why it never gets my hair dry.
I don't really want to do that. Well, maybe just a sip.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk. You sure you're not packing anything else?
Nothing that would set off that thing.
Then, sir, I'm afraid you'll have to step into the back with me.
Rules are rules.
And of course, with my dad being in the military, we moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this one town we moved to when I was in the 1st grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the only industry in the area was figs. Acres and acres of fig trees everywhere you looked. I myself never really cared for figs. I always liked dates more. Or prunes. Don't you just love prunes? They have such a great texture. They're all wrinkled up like my Grandma Hedwig's face. Oh, poor Grandma Hedwig. She was always forgetting things. I remember one time
Hedwig,
back when I was
that's an interesting
6.
name.
Or maybe I was 7. No. I had to be 6 because
the
Mr.
golden
Rufus
year.
was still alive. Now there was a
Mr.
good
Rufus?
dog, Mr. Rufus. He was such a sweet
remember
little
I had a dog
puppy.
once.
We didn't care that he was deaf. He was as deaf
Huh?
as they
What's
come, but
that?
he'd still try to bark. And it would come out sounding like
remember
a
I had a
cat
dog once.
coughing up a hairball, which our
you
cat
ever
often
eaten
did.
bark?
He had such
Not
long
that bad.
hair. I don't really like long
I
haired
remember
cats.
I
Do
had a
you, Manny?
hairball once.
They're just so... I like short-haired cats. They seem
No,
less
because
stuck
the
up.
taxidermist charges extra for them.
People think I'm stuck up sometimes, believe it or not.
No, they're harder to pick out of the grill.
No, they really do. I don't know why. I guess it's
No,
because
I
I'm so
just
shy.
can't believe that.
I was shy all the way through high school.
Actually, I thought you were pretty stuck up the first time I met you.
I never went to a single dance.
Yes?
Can you
Seem
believe
shy.
it? No, don't
was in
get me wrong,
detention
the
all the way
boys
through
would
high
ask,
school.
but I'd just run away. My mom said
Running
I could have been
away?
homecoming
That sounds
queen if
pretty
I'd
good
just
right now.
smile once in a while. She always
Your
said
mom must
a
have loved you
smile is
very
the
much.
most important part of any outfit. Well, maybe
Well,
I would have
moms are always
smiled
right.
more, Mom, if you hadn't drank so much. Was I supposed to smile when the cops called us in the middle of the night to tell us to come get you out of the drunk tank? Maybe if I had smiled more, Daddy wouldn't have left us. We'd be together right now.
Yikes.
You, me, Daddy, and Grandma Hedwig.
I really have
And
to
Mr.
go.
Rufus. And I'd be wearing my homecoming queen crown.
That reminds me, I need to call
eating
my bookie.
figs and I'd...
Yeah, figs.
Oh, Mother!
And
I'm so
maybe you want to be alone now. Oh, God. Don't cry. Now. Don't cry. Now. Don't cry. Here, let me hold that metal detector for you while you cry.
Did you just come back here to ask to borrow my metal detector?
Yes.
What is it with you in this thing? I'm sick of it, Manny. If this is all you want, you can fight the cats for it. Why is it all men are after the same thing? Except you. The only woman you care about is that Calamar dame, and she split on you. I don't know what she did to you, but you know what? I'm done trying to figure it out, pal.
Carla. Looks like the detector flew into one of the cat stables. Things do look bad, but this chump wouldn't do the trick, unfortunately. These lockers have a note on them. Employees, stop you. They're locked.
They're
not picking that up. These lockers have an These lockers have an employees. Stop using. Ah, Carla, you wouldn't happen to have a second metal detector around here, would you? You wouldn't happen to have a second metal detector around here, would you? Not. It's locked. I've got to get one of these things from my office.
Sir, if you will, please place and then jump out the damn window.
Oh.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk and then jump out the damn window.
Oh, Carla. Bye, Carla.
Drop dead!
Beloved sent this regal and majestic feline until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short on the second week of the racing season when the airship Olivia 1 on its maiden voyage crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit was in. Well, that's the hole I saw Carla's metal detector fall through. Oh no. See, this is why I don't have a pet. I'm not. Aha! A little stinky, but it could be worse. See, this is why I don't have a pet. Next beach I see, I'm finding me a watch. Next beach I see, I'm finding me a watch. I think it's just picking up my blade. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want. See, this is why I don't. Looks like a great night for cat races. I think it's just picking up my... Let's just say it has something to do with justice. I don't really want to do that. Let's just say it has something to do with justice. Would a metal detector help the cause?
Hey, just like downtown. You never know what this'll turn up. An engraved ring, a belt buckle with somebody's name on it.
Who would wear a belt buckle with the... Oh. I'd hate to end up like this.
Then take my advice.
But wouldn't match my cufflinks. Well, don't let me bother you.
Always nice to have visitors.
Digging through flower beds is meant... Digging... Well...
Always...
Hey,
no. I'm trying to...
Not picking that up. It's empty.
Only...
Hey, should I...
No.
It's empty.
Only until I finish up here.
Hey,
no. I'm trying...
It's empty.
Oh.
Not picking that up. Not picking that up. Busy bees.
This is where I had never heard of actual sea bees before, and someone made that. I talked about how they could be these bees down there, and they're like, oh, like sea bees, and I was like, what are sea bees?
Yeah, they were a Navy thing. Yeah.
And wait, does that come from the letters CB, like?
I don't know.
Or construction brigade or something.
Yeah, good.
Like
Jeep comes from general personnel vehicle. Yeah.
So
be.
And this bee is called Terry because of the character from On the Waterfront, Marlon Brando's character named Terry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we got all that stuff.